Sir, please check once whether this YouTube is coming. I have sent you the link.
Okay, madam.
Sir, now I made you as host. You please continue, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.
ஆனா உங்க பேர்ல சேல் இருக்கா?
Dear participants, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Yeah,
You're
speaker madam. Yeah, madam. So, dear participants, kindly introduce yourself through chat box. Your name, designation, department, college or institute name, city name, etc. I repeat, dear participants, kindly introduce yourself through chat box. Your name, designation, department, college or institute name, city name, etc. Sharp at 7:35, we will start the session.
वो सिर्फ ही का नाम पूछ रहे हैं
So, Kavita madam, sharp at 7:35. Kavita madam,
Yes, sir.
sharp at 7:30, we will start the
Okay,
session.
sir.
madam.
Okay, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
I can. Están profesor hacer eso, profesor na eso.
¿Cómo se llama?
Hocam, hocam.
Ahora descansar. Ahora más de algo, y vos te gusta
Hello. So till when the meeting will start?
Now we will, sir. Yeah, dear participants, welcome to this 1 week national level online FDP on trending and modern teaching methods. So, speaker madam, Kavita madam, Dr. Kavita madam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, madam. Madam, kindly introduce yourself and go ahead with your presentation.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, am I audible?
Yes, madam.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the confirmation. And first of all, very good evening to all the participants who are present here in this 7 days faculty development program on training and modern teaching methods. Myself, Dr. Kavita Daya, I'm working as an assistant professor at Manipal University, Jaipur. Welcome you all here in this session. So before starting the session, let's have a quick look at what are the different topics that we are going to cover under this 7 days faculty development program, where first session is to be decided to discuss with you people about the active learning strategies and engaging the students beyond the session. Where another session which is focused on to discuss with you a technology enhanced teaching, which is also including the blended, flipped and hybrid approaches for the teaching methodology. In another session, we are going to discuss the authentic assessment and feedback, which is including how to design a meaningful evaluation for uh, evaluation purpose. And in another session, we are going to discuss the inclusive and differentiated instructions, where we are going to address the diverse learning needs for the diverse learner or different learners who are having the different demographic variables. In another session, we are going to discuss how to frame your session in a gamification and education integrated technology, where we are going to also discuss how to make the learning interactive and fun for the different learners. So after discussing the multiple topics that are going to be discussed here, let's have a quick look at learning objectives of this session, where the first objective of this session is to give you the definition of active learning. We are also going to discuss various educational theories under this session, and we are also going to put some light on pedagogical strategies in this session. So after discussing the different learning objectives of this session, let's start the session with the discussion or introduction to the active learning, where this active learning is also an instructional approach that is also engaging the different students in learning process, including how to emphasize their involvement in and their participation in the session. And here this session is going to outline the fundamentals of active learning, its theoretical foundations, including its significance in the contemporary education. So let's discuss the definition of active learning, where active learning is educational approach that is also encouraging the different students to actively participate in their own learning process rather than passively receiving the different information in the session. But this method also incorporates the various activities and different strategies that also foster engagement of students and their critical thinking, including how to solve the problem or how to develop the problem solving skill among the students. So, if I'm talking about the historical context where the concept of active learning has evolved over a time, that is also influenced by various educational theories and different practices, where pioneering in this field have shown that effective learning occurs when students are encouraged to explore, discuss, and to apply the knowledge in the real world scenario. So let's discuss the importance of active learning in the education, where active learning is really a crucial activity or a crucial task in modern educational system, as it is also enhancing the students' engagement, it is promoting the deeper understanding, and it is also encouraging them to develop their essential skills such as collaboration, communication, and critical thinking among the different learners. And this approach also prepares the students for the complexities in the real world that they are going to face after that educational completion. So what are the different educational theories that we are going to discuss here? That first one is constructivism principle, where constructivism posits that learners construct their knowledge, their thoughts and experiences, their no learnings. It is also emphasizing more on context and social interaction in the learning process, which is also aligning all closely with the active learning methods that is engaging the students in meaningful tasks. Basically, it is theory that is more focusing that how to develop a constructive no skill or constructive working practice among the student, that if there is any situation, then what actually the constructive output of that situation is, or how we can get the best a new thing out of that situation. So another is cognitive theory, where cognitive theory suggests that learning occurs best when information is presented in a manageable way, where active learning strategies also help to reduce the extraneous cognitive load and allowing the learners to more focus on essential information and skill through hands-on and practical applications, where we are delivering the information to the learner and we are somehow preparing the learner to use their mind, to use their cognitive skills, to use their learning experiences, their expertise, that how that concept or how that information or that how that situation is somehow getting best out of that situation, right? So the thing that is that learning by doing, that is more associated with the cognitive theory, that you are somehow giving the situation to the learner and then you are asking the learner that how you can get out of this situation, how you can get best out of this situation. So another is multiple intelligence, where theory of multiple intelligence proposed by Howard Gardner that suggests that individuals have different kind of intelligence, that is linguistic, logical, mathematical, spatial, and interpersonal, among other, where in active learning recognizing these varied intelligence allow the educator to tailor their approaches and engage the students through diverse activities that cater to their strengths. Let's discuss implementation strategies. That the first thing that is coming under here, that interactive teaching method. You need to adopt, or you need to practice with those strategies, with those practices that somehow giving some interaction to the learners, that yes, although I am delivering my content, but still I am engaging the student or I am interacting with the students in such a way so that they can be a part of that learning process directly, actively. So interactive teaching methods such as group discussion, case studies, and peer teaching promote engagement and collaborative learning among the students, where these techniques enable the learners to actively apply concept, share perspective, and develop critical thinking skill, thus enhancing the learning experiences too. Now, another is assessment technique. Assessment technique in active learning involves formative assessment like quizzes, like reflections, and different presentations. So this method also provides timely feedback to the learners and teachers, and also allowing for different adjustments if these are required in teaching strategies, and also helping the students to understand their progress towards the learning outcome, what we are assuming or what we are expecting out of that activity. Another is technology integration. Yes, as we all are aware and we are well known that technology is becoming a very integral part of all activities that we are doing on regular basis. So we cannot assume that teaching is not touched with the technology. So technology is also becoming a very important part of teaching activity also, where integrating Technology in active learning can also enhance engagement and accessibility. Tools such as online discussions, forum, interactive simulations, and multimedia presentations, also including the support diverse learning style and facilitate collaboration among the different students, making learning process more dynamic, including effective. So what are the different challenges and solutions of these different strategies? Well, first one is student engagement issue. Yes, when we are adopting active learning strategy in the class, definitely the very important challenge that we are going to face is student engagement. Whether students are actively engaged in the activity or not, whether they are mentally prepared or not. So first thing that you are going to face in this session is that you need to prepare your students to be a part of that activity, to be actively part of that activity. So one common challenge in the active learning is maintaining the students engagement, including different strategies to address these include varying instructional methods, incorporating the students interest, and creating a supporting learning environment where students feel safe to participate in the and express their ideas. It is also noticed many a time during my session also that if I am adopting any different teaching strategy. Suppose I am going to discuss a case study among the students. Suppose I am going to adopt any group discussion over any topic. So it is noticed that, okay, I started group discussion in the session, but it is noticed that few students are participating actively, few are supporting to other students, but there are still few students who are not active in any case. They are not finding the ideas, they are not giving their inputs, they are not giving their contribution in the discussion, they are not discussing with other students, they are not participating with other students. I mean, they are not even though supporting to give their argument. Okay, I'm not able to put my to no put my thoughts in front of all people, but still you may put my thoughts
கடையாண்ட
on
கேளு
my behalf, or
நான்
you
கொடுத்து
may put
வாங்கிக்கின்னு
my
அதுக்கப்புறம்
thoughts
போ
according to your
இதெல்லாம் தாத்தா
convenience.
கிட்ட கொடுத்துருங்கன்னு சொன்னாங்க அம்மான்னு சொல்லிட்டு
So it is noticed that student engagement is really very critical issue that we are going to face during the active learning. Then another is instruction and instructor preparedness. Another thing which is instructor preparedness, that how to frame that activity in such a way so that majority of students will actively participate in that activity, that somehow that need to be no interactive, that need to be student centered, and that need to give some return out of that activity. So another very important challenge is whether instructor is prepared for that activity or not. So effective implementation of active learning requires instructor to be well prepared and trained to facilitate interactive and students centered activity. Then resources are limited. Yes, definitely in every, or we may say that the majority of educational institutions are somehow having a lack of resources, whether monetary, non-monetary, both are included. I'm not excluding anyone. I'm including both, that monetary and non-monetary, that okay, if for any activity monetary aspects are required, then institutions are not allowing you to afford that on monetary aspect. Although if there is any infrastructural facility is required, then institution automatically deny that, okay, this is not available, do whatever you want, but the available resources only. We are not able to provide you any extra resources just for this activity. So it is another very important challenge. Then active learning is essential approach that enhancing the students' engagement and learning outcome, that by understanding this its principle of employing effective learning and addressing the different challenges, educator can also create and enriching educational experiences that prepare students for future success. So let's discuss designing the learner centered classroom. Yes, it is another very important activity, plus it is very important task that you need to done need to do. So let's discuss the pedagogical strategies. That active learning techniques implement active learning techniques that such as group discussion, hands-on activity, problem-solving sessions, and all these are allowing the students to engage more deeply with the material and enhancing the retention and understanding too. Where another thing which is important, collaborative learning process, where collaborative learning process approach which is promoting the teamwork, communication skills. By working in small groups, students can also share different ideas, challenges each other thinking, and learn from the diverse perspectives. So another is differentiated instructions, where these tailor the learning experiences to meet varying needs of the students. This may also involve adjusting the content, process, and assessment strategies to provide the right level of the challenges for each learner. And classroom environment, yes, classroom environment need to be flexible learning space, where this space is supporting the different activities, different teaching and learning styles, and adjustable furniture if required, technological integration if required, that need to be there to allow the movement and adaptability and making the space conducive to collaborate. Then technological integration, yes, technology integration, that is enhancing the learning by providing the access to wealth of the resources and collaborative tool. It is also supporting the personalized learning and help the students to develop the digital literacy skills necessary for future success. And inclusive practice is nothing but that you are adopting the practice or adopting the teaching practice which is including student as a central activity or central part of the activity, and you are framing the activity which is somehow adopting all those practices where student is capable to learn that activity basically, right? You are not assuming that student is capable enough, and whatever I am going to teach or whatever I am going to no discuss in the activity, he will definitely understand. You need to frame that activity in such a way so that every learner can understand, every learner can get that point easily. So implementing inclusive practice ensure that students, regardless of their background and ability, right, can access and engage in the learning process. As I told you that you need to understand the mental level and physical level of a learner, that okay, I am having this individual in my session, and I need to frame my content in such a way so that he or she can understand that content well in a proper way. Then assessment methods are very important, where you are assessing the learner in judgmental way without any discrimination. So a formative assessment technique, that is such as quizzes, peer evaluation, observation, that all helps you during the learning process, and you are assessing that whether students progress is up to a given mark or up to a given standard or up to your expected level or not, whether he is understanding during the learning process or not, that is real time learning. So this ongoing process or this ongoing feedback allow different adjustment during the session on part of the instructor, plus to support the students learning activities. Then self-assessment tool, which is encouraging the different students to reflect on their own learning and get set the different goals for improvement. By developing self-awareness, students also gain ownership of their educational journey, becoming active participants in a learning process. Then feedback mechanism, which is also providing the students with timely and constructive feedback on their work. And regular feedbacks also help the learner to understand their strength plus their different areas of the improvement, and also they are fostering a growth mindset among the students, which is also enhancing the academic performance of the learner. So teacher's role is that facilitator and traditional instructor, where if I'm talking as a student, teacher's role, then he is as a facilitator where teacher is guiding and supporting the learner during the learning experiences rather than solely delivering the content. This shift also promotes the student engagement and empower the learner to take control of a different educational outcome. Where building up the relationship with the learners is that it is also important activity which is creating a positive learning environment in the student, and plus it is also engaging the learner during the activity and after the activity both. So when students feel valued and understood, they are more likely to engage during the activity and take the risk in their learning. So if I'm talking about the professional development for the educator, uh-oh. So ongoing professional development for the educator, that is ensuring that the teaching practice remains current and effective by participating in training and collaborative opportunities where teacher can also enhance their skills and better support their students. So if I'm talking about the design, how to design the learner-centered classroom, which is requiring the commitment to inclusive, innovative teaching methods and more focusing on the students' engagement, including the different assessment techniques. By fostering a collaborative and supportive environment, educator can also significantly enhance the learning outcome among the session in this session. So here I'm going to discuss think, pair, share, and Scottic questioning technique, where this think, pair, and share is an interactive instructional strategy where students first think about the question individually, then pair with the classmate to discuss their thoughts, and finally share their insights with the larger group, and where this method also promote the different active participation and deeper understanding of the material too. Where if I'm talking about the implementation step, that to implement think, pair, share, present a question related to topic, that is more allowing the students time to think independently, have them pair up to discuss their ideas, and then facilitate a class discussion. So ensure to set clear expectations and time limit for each phase to keep the activity focused. Let's discuss the different benefits and challenges of think, pair, and share activity, where the different benefits of this include enhanced engagement, collaboration, and opportunities for all voice to be heard, and the different challenges that may involve time constraint and necessity for the classroom engage management to ensure productive discussion in the classroom, where adjustments may also require based on the class dynamics. What is the Scottic, sorry, what is no Socratic questioning, where core principle and technique under this Scottic questioning is dialogue technique that stimulates the critical thinking among the learners through probing the questions, where it is also encouraging the students to explore the different assumptions, clarify their thoughts, and consider the different perspectives. Active questioning foster a deeper understanding of complex issues and promote the analytical skill too. Let's discuss the application of Socratic questioning in the education. The Socratic questioning can also integrate into various subjects by encouraging the students to formulate the different questions during the discussion, where educator can also model the effective questioning techniques, promoting the students to deepen their analysis and engage in reflective thinking, ultimately enhancing their learning experiences too. So what is the impact of this Scottic questioning on critical learning? where Scottic questioning significantly enhance the critical learning among the learners by guiding the learners to evaluate their reasoning and consider the alternative viewpoints. And this method also challenges the different assumptions, encourages the deeper inquiry, and foster a dialogue that promotes the intellectual rigor. And by consistently applying this technique, educator can also create a culture of reflective thought within the classroom. Let's discuss the comparison of technique where if I'm talking about the similarities and differences, both think, pair, and share and Socratic questioning aims to engage the students actively in learning process, while think, pair, share emphasizing more on collaboration and sharing among the peer. Socratic questioning more focus on refining the critical analysis through probing the dialogue, where understanding their distinct approaches helps the educator choose the right techniques for their objectives. So, effective learning in the pair, think, pair, and share, which is where research indicating that both techniques improve students' engagement and retention of the concept, where think, pair, share also enhance social learning and peer interaction, while Socratic questioning also promote the critical analysis and reasoning skills. Utilizing a blend of both that can lead to more holistic learning experiences, catering to diverse educational needs. Let's discuss choosing the right technique, whether this one is best or this one is best. Both depends on lesson objective and students dynamics. Lesson objective means what are the learning objectives of that session, plus what are the different variables on the part of the learner. There are multiple variables on the part of the learner that are coming under the different heads like demographic variable, cultural variable, educational variable, and social variable, economic variable. All these are coming under the student dynamic and lesson objective that we all know that there may be three, four, five learning objectives of the content. So encouraging the collaboration and immediate feedback, think, pair, and share is suitable, where conversely, for fostering the deeper reflection and critical evaluation of idea, Socratic questioning is more effective, and educator flexibility in teaching application is key. Let's discuss the different success stories, where numerous success stories exist where educator implemented think, pair, and share Socratic questioning to enhance the classroom engagement. For example, in a high school literature class, using these techniques lead to richer discussion and improved comprehension, where sharing these experiences can also inspire others to adopt the similar strategies in their teaching. Let's discuss lesson that learned educators have learned that integrating think, pair, share, and Socratic questioning require thoughtful planning and adaptability. Where key takeaway that is including here that importance of key clear instructions need to monitor the discussions actively and significance to foster the safe environment and sharing the ideas. And these lessons also can guide the future implementation for better outcome. Here I'm going to discuss the future application of these two strategies, that think, pair, and share, and Socratic questioning, which is looking ahead for the application that can extend beyond traditional classroom. So these techniques can also be adapted to outline the learning environment, enhancing the participation in virtual settings. Additionally, incorporating the technology and could further enrich these strategies, enabling career-focused skill and collaborative approaches also. So, think, pair, share, and Socratic questioning all are very powerful instructional techniques that can greatly enhance the students' engagement and critical thinking skill. By understanding their unique benefits and application, educator can actively choose and implement these strategies to create dynamic learning environment that somehow fostering a deeper understanding and collaboration among the learners. Let's discuss the collaborative learning, which is different teaching strategy where students work together in a small group to explore a concept, solve a problem, and complete that task efficiently. So, unlike the traditional lecture based teaching, collaborative learning encourages the dialogue, teamwork, and shared responsibility among the different learners. It is also grounded in the idea that learning is a social activity and students can also construct the deeper understanding through discussion and mutual support too. What are the key features of collaborative learning? The first feature is group interdependent, where all group members or all group with each other are a part of one activity. They are no performing their role to complete that activity. That's the reason that this is groups interdependence over each other. Then face-to-face interaction is that all members are coming together. They are sharing their thoughts, their ideas to complete that task. And individual accountability is that you are assigning different tasks to group members to complete that activity. That's the reason that and every individual in that activity is having their accountability to complete that group activity. Then development of soft skill. Yes, when people are coming together, when learners are coming together, definitely they are sharing their thoughts, their ideas, and they are taking other idea of other people, which is also encouraging the communication, leadership, and conflict resolution skill also. So, what are the benefits of collaborative learning? Where first benefit is improving critical thinking. You are putting your idea in front of other people. Other people may refuse to accept it, or they may ask you why we are going to accept your idea. Then you need to prove your point valid, even though other people may put their idea in front of you, and you are learner may be in the position to refuse to accept it. So it is finally improving the critical thinking among the learners. Then deeper engagement, definitely when you are criticizing any point, you need to have a deeper insights, deeper information about that point, about that activity, which is also enhancing your engagement on that activity. Without your engagement, without your deeper information, you would not be able to criticize other people. Then enhance retention. Yes, students retain knowledge better when they explain and debate with the peers. So when you are supporting any no point, when you are criticizing any point, then it is increasing your interest in that activity, which is also keeping you in that activity for a longer time period. Then real world skill building up. Yes, when you are preparing the students for team based professional environment, it is becoming more real world skill. So let's discuss different types of collaborative learning activities, where first is group project, case analysis, and the problem-based learning, think, pair, and share, that we discussed also, and jigsaw activity. So let's discuss all these one by one in detail, where first one is peer instruction model, which is developed by Professor Eric Boozer at Harvard University, which is a student-centered activity or method that involves posting the conceptual multiple choice question during the class, and students think individually and submit their answers, and then students discuss their reasoning with the peer, and then they vote again, and instructor facilitates to follow up the explanation. Then what are the different steps in a peer instruction? That ask the conceptual question, then individual thinking and responses, then peer discussion, then if required revote, and instructional feedback and clarification. What are the different advantages of peer instruction? First one, it is promoting the deeper understanding, and it is correcting the misconceptions in mind of the learner. Then it is providing the immediate feedback to both student and instructor, and it is also fostering the active participation even in larger classroom. What are the different challenges in implementation? That First, it requires shift from teacher-centered to student-centered role. Then it demands more questions, thoughtful questions, design and time for the discussion. Managing the diverse participation learning level that can also be difficult in mixed ability group. Then what are the different strategies to ensure the success? We'll start with the low stake collaborative task to build up the confidence and set the clear goals, a clear group norms and roles. Then incorporate the technology tool and provide a training and workshop for the faculty to design the effective peer learning activities. Here, let's discuss the case-based learning, where this is a student-centered teaching strategy that utilize the real world or functional narrative, which is also called cases, to stimulate the critical thinking and discussion. These cases critically depict the complex scenario involving the multiple stakeholders, competing the interest, or the ambiguous situations. Students are encouraged to analyze, reflect, debate, and apply the theoretical knowledge to solve the questions and to make the decisions. Unlike the traditional lecture that more focus on informational transfer, where case-based learning make the students active participation in learning process. It is also widely used to fields like business, law, educational, public health, and medicine, and social learning, where professional judgments and decision making are vital. Let's discuss the different characteristics of this case-based learning, where first one is narrative-driven, then multiple perspective analysis, then instruction or instructed to as a facilitator, group discussions are included, and reflection. That is, reflection is that learner is getting the point or getting the information that you are delivering during the session, and in this case based learning method, and this no learning is becoming a part of his behavior. Then what are the benefits of case-based learning? That it is promoting a deeper learning among the learners, develop analytical skills, that learner practice the dissecting problem and evaluating the evidence-based solution. Then foster a critical ethical learning or reasoning. Then improve the communication and increase the engagement among the learners. What is the problem-based learning? Where this problem-based learning is instructional approach in which students learn by actively solving open-ended and ill-structured problem with no predefined solution. Unlike CBL, that where focus is more on analyzing an already described scenario, problem-based learning places learner in the driver's seat, encouraging them to define the problem, determine the learning need, and conduct the research and propose the solution in the classroom. So, originating from medical education, problem-based learning also has expanded into engineering, environmental studies, and computer sciences, including nursing and many more. What are the different characteristics of this problem-based learning? The first one is learner-driven. Students control the learning process and identify what they need to know. Then facilitator supported. That is, that instructor scaffold the process without direct instruction. Then collaborative, yes, learner and educator both are coming together. They are framing the activity and they are completing that activity. Iterative means encouraging the continuous feedback, revision, and refinement of the idea. That iterative means nothing but if one decision is taken, then okay, whether it is right or wrong. If right, then we'll do this. If wrong, we'll do this. Okay, if it is wrong, then we'll do this. Means you are iterating the different situation from the given situation. That is iterative engagement process. Then authentic, yes, realistic problems that are used to stimulate the professional situation. Then what are the different benefits of problem-based learning? Where enhanced autonomy and motivation, that students choose their learning path and feel ownership, where improve the problem solving and decision making, problem based learning mimic the real world ambiguity and complexity too, where it is also strengthening the lifelong learning habit and integrate the cross disciplinary learning and building up the teamwork and leadership too. So, what are the different key differentiations or different differences in between CBL and PBL? Where the first point is that starting point that CBL is pre-designed case, where problem-based learning is open-ended real-world problem that you are opening the different operation, different options in front of learner, and he is also finding out the different options. Then learning focus is more in application of existing knowledge, is more on CBL, where construction of new knowledge through inquiry is in problem based. If I'm talking about another base, that is facilitation style, then in case based learning, instructor is facilitating the different roles, or he's just facilitating the discussion. Where if I'm talking about the problem based, and instructors scaffold the self-directed inquiry. Another aspect is that nature of the problem, where CBL is describing the case with the context and some details. But in case of problem-based learning, ill-structured with the ambiguity and no present solutions. So let's discuss the interactive demonstration and simulation, where interactive demonstration and simulation are the powerful pedagogical tool that are somehow providing or promoting the active learning in the session by providing the students with hands-on, immersive, and often usual experiences. So unlike the traditional lectures where students passively receive the information, this approach also enable them to encourage with concept, observe the outcome, and manipulate the different variables and test the prediction in the real world, where these different tools are widely used in the science, engineering, and medical science and business social sciences. So, bridging up the gap between the theory and practice, all these together are making more learning more meaningful and memorable, including it effective. So, what are the different? Let me see. What are the different interactive demonstrations and simulation? Where interactive demonstration involves the instructor to guide the learner through the dynamic experiments and different activities, which is also encouraging the prediction, observation, and discussion. If I'm talking about the simulation, that is also a vital and physical model that somehow replicates the real world system or the process as it is, or as it may possible. So learner can also manipulate the parameters and observe the outcomes, making the decision in a risk-free environment. So what are the different key characteristics of these strategy? First one is visual and experimental. Yes, learner can see sometime, see and sometime physical interact with the abstract concept. Real-time feedback is possible during the active learning. Then learning self-learning environment. Yes, during the simulation and other activity. All these are somehow correcting the mistakes during the activity itself. Then exploratory and reflective, then technology that is enabled here in this simulation. So what are the example across the different disciplines? That in the physics, that virtual lab to stimulate the projectile motion with the adjustable parameters, and medical science, that is including human anatomy, VR, that is virtual simulation, that is surgical practices, and including the different platform. Economic, that is stock market simulation, and environmental science, that climate change simulator. Teaching training, that classroom management scenario with the stimulated student behavior. And businesses is that stimulation of supply chain management and crisis communication. And then another are that PTHET, that simulation, then Lobester, then Educate app, then Linkard, that Unity, Unreal Engine, and Nearcode, Peer Dev. All these are different examples. So let's discuss the role play, debate, or storytelling in the classroom, which are also interactive, student engaging activity that you may adopt during the session, where traditional lecture-based instructions often place students in a passive role, where knowledge is merely transmitted from the teacher to learner, and in contrast, modern pedagogy approach, which is more emphasizing on the different activities. So that is among the most powerful activity learning strategies that are role play, debate, and storytelling. These methods stimulate the cognitive, emotional, and social dimensions of learning. When used actively, they create a dynamic classroom where students not only learn but also apply, evaluate, and internalize the concept. And these approaches are especially vital in developing the 21st century skills such as communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, empathy, and global awareness too. Let's discuss the role play in the classroom, where it is a teaching method where students take a specific role in the session and act out of according to the given scenario or the situation that stimulate the real world and imaginary situation. What are the different benefits of role play? Which is first is enhancing the empathy and perspective talking, then develop a communication and soft skill. Then it is also encouraging the critical thinking and problem solving, and bridging the theory and practices, and boost the engagement and motivation. All these are the different benefits of this role play, that particularly one role is given to the learner. He is performing that role over that situation or over that environment or that content that you are having to play that role. And it is more no learning by doing, or it is more that increasing or enhancing the learning skills or learning environment in the classroom. So debate is another strategy that you may adopt in your classroom, that you are giving the situation to the learner, that yes, this is the situation that we are going to discuss here in this session. And like it is like you are giving you are asking the learners that okay, this is the situation that we are going to discuss here in this session, and you are invited to give your positive and negative thoughts over this given situation. So students are assigned to support or oppose the given statement or given situation, and must research and prepare the different arguments according to the given situation or according to the given topic. Um, so it is like giving them the more opportunity or situation to explore the different aspects of the given situation. So what are the different benefits of this debate? That it is fostering the critical thinking. Yes, definitely, when you are criticizing any concept, when you are supporting any concept, then you need to critically analyze that situation. So student must construct the no different ideas, different thoughts, sentences, arguments to support or to argue or to criticize. Then it is improving this research skill. Definitely, when you are supporting or when you are opposing, then you need to have valid proof, valid information in your hand, which is also they are fetching out of the research. So boost confidence. Yes, definitely it is boosting the confidence. When learner is participating in the debate, it is increasing their confidence that yes, I can speak in front of many people. Then encourage the activity listening. Yes, First, you need to listen, then you may respond, or then you may criticize. So first you need to listen that what opposite party or opposite candidate is saying. So it is also increasing or enhancing that listening habit among the learners. Then promote the respectful disagreement. Yes, definitely. When you are no criticizing any person, any thought, it is somehow like giving some respect to the other persons in arguments, and that is respectful disagreement over that point. Yes, although you are saying this point, but I am not agree with your point. That is respectful disagreement. So storytelling in the classroom is that art of narrative events to convey the message, lesson, and different values. It is ancient form of knowledge transmission that remain highly effective in modern classroom. Stories tap into emotions, enhance the memories, and make the abstract idea tangible. What are the different benefits of or characteristics of this storytelling? That first one is increase the retention and recall, make the complex ideas relatable, then promote creativity and imagination, then build up the emotional connection among the learners and encourage the reflection also. Let's discuss how to integrate the quick formative assessment technique in the session. So in today's learning centered educational environment, formative feedback is essential for promoting the continuous improvement and deeper understanding too. So unlike the summative assessment, which evaluate the learning and at the end of the instruction, formative assessment also occur during the learning process, which is also helping the learners to understand their progress and to the educator to guide them on how to improve that learning process. So when integrating the regular and effectively quick formative feedback technique that can drastically enhance the classroom engagement, retention, and academic performance, quick feedback does not require elaborate testing mechanism. Rather, it also more emphasizing timely actionable insights that both students and teacher can use the learning gap in the real time. What is the importance of formative assessment or formative feedback? It promotes the self-regulated learning. It reduces the anxiety and build up the confidence because during the session you are assessing. So somehow it is reducing the anxiety on part of learner plus educator on both parts. And it is also improving the teaching effectiveness, encouraging the active participation and support the differentiated instructions. Quick formative feedback technique where you are having the think, pair, and share. Ask the question and have students think about about it individually. Pair them to discuss with the peer and call on few to share answers with the class. And then feedback encourage emerge to in the peer discussion and teaching clarification. Then exit ticket that at the end of the session lesson or the session, students answer the short questions and reflect what they have learned. Then 1 minute paper. Yes, students write on for 1 minute on a specific topic on a question. Then thumbs up, thumbs down, side. You are asking for a quick visual check of our understanding. They are giving you thumbs up for okay, we may move ahead. Thumbs down, yes, we are confused. Side away, that we need some clarification over a given topic. Then polls and quizzes, conduct the real-time knowledge checks that you may ask different questions, different no quizzes you may frame. Then color card, okay, you may give the color card, different color card to the learners that okay, if you are getting the point, you can raise any color card where red, yellow, green are three different levels, three different colors given to the learners, which are representing their confidence level or understanding. Then 2 star and a wish that after peer review and presentation, students give 2 positive comments, that is star, 1 suggestion for the improvement. Then concept mapping, that is student quickly draw relationship between concept that they learn. Then a modest point that modest point is like ask the question and write down the part and the lesson that they found most confusing. What are the classroom assessment technique? Classroom assessment technique are strategies that encourage that students or educator use to assess the students' understanding, skill, and progress in more active and formative manner. So they go beyond the traditional test and quiz to provide the continuous feedback, helping both teacher and student to improve their learning outcomes. And these techniques more focus on learning process rather than just a final product. Let's discuss the purpose of classroom assessment. That first one is continuous feedback. Yes, during the session, I am getting the assessment. I am assessing the students whether they are getting the point or not. Then another is encourage active learning. Yes, if there is any correction required at any given point of time, I may correct it in a real time. Then focus more on learning process. I am giving my more focus on the learning process, that how to make them learn that point that I am supposed to complete here. So what are the different types of classroom assessment? That first is think, pair and share, that we also discussed. 1 minute paper, that okay, we are giving the paper to the learners and we are asking for a brief response over the given point. Then multi point, that students are asked to identify the concept or the topic they found most confusing during the session. Then what are the different types of the classroom assessment technique? That first one is peer review, that we are collecting the review from learner's peer, his or her friends, right? Then exit ticket, that okay, I'm leaving the session, I'm leaving the class, and then I'm asking few questions, that okay, whether you are getting the point or not. Then benefits of classroom assessment, that are that immediate feedback, that classroom assessment techniques provide more instructions with the immediate insights into the learning process, and this also allow them to adopt and make the adjustments in their teaching approaches on the fly. Then students engagement, that many classroom assessment techniques require students to participate actively in the learning process and encourage them to think critically and engage deeply with the content. Then improved learning outcome by identifying the misunderstanding early. Classroom assessment technique also can lead to improved retention of the material and better understanding of the subject matter. Then supports differentiation with CAT. Teacher can also identify the different levels of the understanding across the students. This also allow for differentiation in instruction, meeting the need of the students in at varying the level. Then implementing the classroom assessment technique effectively, where clarifying the purpose. Teacher should also ensure that the purpose of this classroom assessment technique is clear to the students, whether it is for feedback, improvement, and gauging the understanding. Students should know how the technique is designed to help them. Then regular use to be most effective. CAT should be used regularly throughout the course to maintain a consistent flow of feedback and to keep the students engaged. Then incorporating the students' reflection is another implementation. Here, let's discuss the overcoming barriers of the effective learning, where definitely there are some barriers in the effective learning implementation, but you need to overcome all these barriers one by one, where the first thing that is coming here, institutional and structural barrier, that is lack of resources. As I told you that there is always a lack of resources on part of institution, that may be monetary or maybe non-monetary. So these resources are including technology, physical space, material, and that all these are encouraging the students' engagement. So, more, for example, flipped classroom and group discussion may require the classroom with flexible sitting arrangements for technology for the collaborative learning. So, a solution is that institutions can also prioritize the budget allocation for the different resources that prioritize that is somehow more giving the chances to the learners to actively participate in the different activities and to actively learn the given concept. So another is that rigid curriculum and assessment system. Definitely, instructor and student both are trying to follow all those topics or all those content that are given in the syllabus. They are not trying new, or they are not interested to try new things. Then time constraint, always there is a lack of time in hand of the instructor, that he or she need to complete the syllabus and the different lectures that are supposed to given to be given over topics that are coming under the syllabus. So additionally, they may give some pressure to cover certain amount of content within the limited time. Then resistance to change on part of both learner and educator. Learner himself do not want to learn different things in a different way. Educator on his part do not want to go with the different practices, as he is more comfortable in the traditional teaching. So he do not want to adopt, or he do not want to practice different methodology to deliver the content in a different way, because he's also supposed to do some homework over the given situation, over the given activities. So faculty barriers, that lack of training and expertise, definitely faculty members are not skilled enough or trained enough to actively implement the active learning techniques in the classroom. So solution is that provide the faculty development program or the different professional development program to improve the working practices, or to change the working practices of the faculty himself. Then another is uncertainty about the classroom. Yes, sometimes learning requires instructor to manage more dynamic and sometimes chaotic classroom environment, and this can also daunting the educator who are going to use more structured and lecture based teaching. Then on part of students, that resistance to change or reluctant to participate. Some, as I told you in the starting of the session, that some students actively participating in all activity, some are supporting to other students, but there are few students who are not supporting, who are not participating. So it is another important barrier that you are going to face in the active learning, we may say, or during the different strategies that you are adopting for the active learning purpose. Then lack of motivation or the confidence. Yes, this is another problem on part of the learners, that they are somehow having a lack of confidence, that whether my point is relevant or not, whether all other students will support or not, whether they will take it positive or not, whether they will no, no, consider these points or not, or they will make fun of me after this session. So it is very important barrier on part of the student, that lack of motivation plus confidence, which is resisting or which is keeping them behind or keeping them back. So another is inadequate preparation. Yes, sometimes students themselves are not prepared enough to be a part of that activity. Suddenly, I go to the classroom. I give one topic that okay, we will discuss over this topic now. They are not ready. So first, you need to give enough time to them to prepare over that activity, to prepare according to that activity, then they would be able to participate. So adequate preparation is always required, whether on part of learner or whether on part of educator. Then technology barrier. Yes, there are lack of access to the technology on part of learner, on part of educator both. So active learning often rely more on technology for interactive exercises, online discussions and collaborative projects too, and inadequate access to digital tools or the internet that can hinder the effectiveness of the active learning. Then another is technological familiarity. Yes, sometimes what platform I am using, learner may not be familiar. Sometimes the platform which is familiar to the learner. I am not familiar. So you need to understand whether both are familiar with the given technology or not. So here we are at the end of the session, where in this session we gave the definition of active learning. We discussed the various educational theories, and we also tried to put some light on pedagogical strategies. So if you are having any query related to this session, you can ask your query through dropping your query in the chat box, or you can ask your query through unmuting yourself too.
Okay, madam, thank you. Dear participants, the session is open for discussion. You can clarify your doubts through chat box or unmuting your mics.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
I have a doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
As I am Dr. Gita from Chennai,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
if a student, okay, who have really don't have a real awareness about the education and who is not at all interested, and those who are from the backward section,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
how to mold them, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. This is really a very important question that you asked. That how to motivate them, or how to engage them, right? Engagement is a critical problem in front of you.
Yes,
Am I
yes,
right? Yes. The
right.
thing is, right. So the thing is that for a quiz purpose, suppose you are asking for a quiz purpose. Okay, what if I am in the situation, right? So first I'll deliver my content. I'll deliver my lecture. Okay. During the session, I can ask the question. Okay, 2-3 questions I may ask frequently. Okay. Right. Then in mid of the session, we may ask. After the session also, we may ask that, okay, the session is over. If you are having any query, you can ask your query. If you are not having any query, in that case, you need to answer this query. Simple, easy queries, just to check whether they were engaged or not, right? We are not here to punish them. We are not here to demoralize them. Okay, today it may be possible that any learner did not listen your session. Okay, no problem. It may be possible in the upcoming session that, okay, madam is asking the question in between the session, after the session, so he will he will listen your session, that okay, she may ask, he may ask, so I need to listen. So need to practice on frequent basis. I'm not saying on daily basis, but on frequent basis. That may encourage them to be with your content, to be with your session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, do you teach any teaching methods in future, like hands-on, ma'am?
What?
Teaching methods, that is tools like
Yes, we are going to discuss.
in upcoming days, no?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
And one participant is also asking how to train the silence when we doing any activity in the classroom. The first
Yeah.
thing, that is engagement of the learner. Okay, if you are having, suppose if I'm having 30 learners in my class, okay, so I need to keep them engaged on every time. If they are losing their interest, if they are losing their engagement, definitely they will make the noise. So it is very important on my part to keep them engaged, to keep them with the session, to keep them with the activity, to keep them on the track. This is on my. They are students, they are learners. So they are having all their rights. to make the noise, to be distracted, to not be with you, to not the follow to do not to follow activity, but it is my you may say duty, my responsibility, my first activity to keep them on track, to keep them on to keep them engaged. If they are engaged, if they are involved, definitely they will be with your activity. They'll not make a noise in any case. I usually conduct multiple activity in every in different sessions. Okay, I when I am having the class, suppose on post graduation level, right? So when I'm having the class of post graduation level, I always teach with the active learning strategies. I never deliver the content thoroughly, every content, every topic, every unit. No, it is not my responsibility. I am just giving them different activities which are associated, correlated with the given topic. Then we'll give the situation to them. Then we'll try to make keep them on the activity. We'll try to complete that activity, because in the post graduation level, all insights, all skills, all no mind thoughts are very much clear. You are not standing here in front of learner in the post graduation class to deliver the content, to deliver the topic. No, you are there to clear his insights, to explore, make him explore the real world examples, right? So you need to give such activity which is involving him or her actively. Then they will not make a noise. Then definitely they will not make any noise. Any other question?
Anybody else? Any doubts, any questions, any clarifications?
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. What kind of the world is growing and in technology also. So, what kind of AI tools you think that are needed to students as well as teacher that can help?
Means, please
I mean,
simplify your question.
yes, ma'am. What kind of AI tools? You know, AI tools like
Yes.
ChatGPT and all are now booming. So, what kind of AI tool can should be built so that it will be helpful for a student as well as teachers?
uh, AI tool are somehow giving you no wings or giving you support. These are not giving you the content, or these are not giving you platform to use that, but these are assisting you that this just like you can no prepare your quiz in such a way so that it may be more interactive. You can prepare few games in such a way so that they may involve the learners in better way. And there may be some no methods to deliver your content with some no other technological tools to deliver your content in such a way so that students will feel that they are involved in the content, right? So these are that tools that you may use during your quiz preparation, during your activity preparation, during your game preparation, during your content delivery through maybe no audio visual representation. Few games you may take with the assistance, and sometimes You can also play some videos during the session that yes, this is the video that I took for this concept to elaborate in the session. So these are the tools that you can get the assistance, like other canvas, Canva that you may use for the PPT preparation, that a different kind of the PPT or different, real world related PPT you may prepare with the Canva also. So these are the tools that you may use to deliver your content, to make them engage with the activity. You can prepare your activity, you can prepare your content. These tools are not assisting you, okay, this is the tool that you may use. No, you are preparing your activity with the help of the tools.
Thank you.
Okay. Ma'am, this is Dr. Seema from Madhya Pradesh. Can I raise a question, please?
Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I just wanted to know if you could give us a short assignment, or if we could have a case study regarding active learning, please. You can give us for give as a home session, and then practically, if we would like to assess that whether we have understood the concept or not. So, if you feel
Definitely, in
so,
upcoming session, we'll prepare some assignments for you people.
yes, ma'am.
Huh.
Okay.
Today, though, I'm not
Fine.
having any activity for you people to keep you engaged or to keep you involved. But in the upcoming session, definitely I'll frame some activities or frame some assignments.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much. It would be really practical based, and your inputs were very good, ma'am. Like it
Yes,
was
definitely,
wonderful.
definitely. I'll take care of this point.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for this suggestion.
You're welcome, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Anybody else? Dr. Kavita madam, shall we stop here?
Yes, sir. We may stop if there is no query.
Yeah. So with this, we'll stop here. Once again, we'll meet tomorrow in data session at 7:30 p.m. virtually. So till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you, speaker madam. Thank you, participants. Good
Thank
night.
you so much, sir.
Good night, participants. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night, madam.
Thank you. Okay, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
So tomorrow
Thank
it
you,
will
sir.
same
Thank you,
link.
madam.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow it will be same link or different link.
No, we'll share. We'll share. Don't worry. We'll share a link in delegates WhatsApp group.
Sorry, you will be having on Sunday also, sir?
Saturday, Sunday, no session. No session. Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, okay, okay.
Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay, sir.
No session. Weekend.
Okay, okay, sir.
Sir, can you please share the PPT in WhatsApp,
Sure.
sir?
Sure.
Okay, thank
We'll
you,
share,
sir.
madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, will you be sending any feedback?
Feedback last day. Last day. Only one feedback. Last day only.